Hi everyone, this is Maria's Budgeting. Welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, a welcome if you are new. So today I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the 5th week of April. So we are going to be checking in from the 26th through the 30th. So let's go ahead and get started. I am first going to mark off my no spend day. I only had one for this week, and that was on the 27th, which was on Sunday. On to the 26th, I did have a Walmart transaction. That was for groceries, and I did spend a total of $60 for that transaction. I also did order a bronzer from Sephora, and it did cost me $35. This one, I am going to take it out of my spending sinking fund. I didn't have enough money to take it out from beauty, so I feel like after that, the best sinking fund that I can use for that transaction for the bronzer would be my spending sinking fund envelope. So that's where I'm taking out that money from. Then 27th was a no spend day. The 28th, I did use my health sinking fund. And that was from some vitamins that I bought on Amazon. So this is coming out of health. I did also reload my Starbucks card with $10 because I really don't need more than $10. I don't get Starbucks often, but when I do get Starbucks, I rather just reload my card and then pay through the app. So that is what I did, since I do usually do drive-through pickup orders. So the best option is to reload my card. $10 is enough for me. On the 29th, I did get Chick-fil-A. This is coming out of dates. It was a $27 transaction for Chick-fil-A. I also did stop at a liquor store, Speedbird. I don't even know if that's what the store is called, but on my credit card, it comes up as Speedbird, so that's why I put that here. Don't know if that's the store name though. I didn't pay attention to that, but I just went to grab a soda. That was $5. Expensive, I know. It was a liter soda, but for $5, it's a lot. It's too much, but I didn't want to drive any further, and that was the closest place. On the 30th, I did go to Costco. I got myself a full tank of gas, and that cost me $52 coming out of my gas cash envelope for the Speedbird. I don't know if I mentioned where it's coming from, but it's coming out of my spending cash envelope. So those were all of my transactions for the week. So here I have my weekly check-in spread. So dates got 50, gas 100, groceries 120, restaurants 50, spending 25, and unbudgeted is just a placeholder. So let's go ahead and check in. So for dates, I did have one transaction, which was a $27 transaction. So let me put that over here. $27. I did start with 50. So I do have $23 remaining. On to gas. I did get gas once, and that was $52 for Costco. So I spent $52. I had 100, so that gives me $48 remaining. On to groceries. I have 120. I had one transaction for $60. So I spent $60, and I had 120, so that gives me $60 remaining. On to restaurants. I actually didn't have any restaurant transactions, so that will be 0 here. I had 50, so 50 remaining since I didn't spend anything. I know that in budgeted is nothing. And then for spending, I have one transaction, and that is Starbucks for actually 2 transactions. I did run out of this color, so I did this color for spending, but I only had one sticker. This is an old spending sticker that I had, and it only had one. So after this, I need to find a different color for spending, but these 2 are spending transaction. So Starbucks for 10 and Speedbird for 5, so that's 15. And I had 25, so 10 remaining. And those are all of my transactions for the week. If you guys are new here, I would like to mention that I am a credit card user. So I do use my credit cards for reward purposes and to build my credit. So instead of using cash, I still stuff my cash every paycheck, but instead of actually physically using the cash, I use credit cards. During these weekly check-in videos, I go ahead and track all of my spendings and stuff the money from the envelopes and deposit the money and pay off my credit cards. That is just what works for me. So that's why I have some cash out, because I will do that in stuffing during this video. I do want to mention the app Fetch. It is an app that you can download to your phone. You can share receipts that give you points for the receipts, and points can be redeemed for gift cards. So as always, I will leave my code on screen and down below in case you guys are interested in signing up using my code. These wallets available on my Instagram. I mention it every video. If you guys are interested, I do have a couple of colors, I believe about 6. So just go ahead and click on the link down below in the description box to my Instagram, and then on the highlights all of the details are there, and from there, if you're interested, go ahead and send me a message and we can go from there. So for dates, I did spend $27. I have a $50 bill, so I'm going to take back 23, 21, 22, and 23 remaining in dates. On to gas. I am removing 52, so I'll take 60, and I need $8 back. So here's 3, and then a 5. So this should be 48, 20, 45, 6, 7, 8. $48 remaining in gas. For groceries, we're unstuffing 60. So 1, 2, 3, $60 going into the tray, and I have 60 remaining. Restaurants, I will just not take it out. I didn't spend anything, so it has 50. And then on to spending, we spent 15, so I'll take a 20, or I'll leave both of them and I'll take a 10 back. Okay, so that is it for my wallet. We're all set for my wallet. Everything has been unstuffed, and for this week, thankfully, I don't have any overspending, so that's good. But I will go to my sinking funds that are here, and I do have 2 sinking funds that I spent from, so I will do the unstuffing during this video. So first I have health, which I'm unstuffing 30. So I have 20, 30. I'll put that there. I have 150 remaining in health. I think I need to budget more for health, because for the vitamins that I did buy, it's only a supply for 1 month. I believe 30 days to be exact. So that means that if I do continue taking those vitamins, I will have to buy a new bottle every month. So I do need to stuff more in this, or just incorporate it in my budget, kind of like as a bill, or like as a subscription for every month. And then I'm going to spending, personal spending, and we're removing 35 for the bronzer. So we have 40, we'll bring back a 5, so we have 25. Yep, that is all good to go. So that is it for my sinking funds. Let me just mark those off with my pink pen. And I am going to bring out my calculator real quick, so we can go ahead and calculate how much we should have. So 35 for spending, health 30. So that's 65 for my sinking funds. And then if I go back over here, let me see. We have 65 plus 27. Oh, 27, 52, 60, and 15. So that's 219. We started with 100, so let me take that out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 10, 28, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. So this here should be 219. 51, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 219 going back to the bank. So I can go ahead and pay off my credit card. Now let me go back to my calendar really quick. Here I'm just going to mark off my sinking fund transaction. So Sephora for 35 and Amazon for 30. So that is it for today's weekly check-in. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.